Hello and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the TEKS tool strip diagram. We are working with equal groups with a problem related to TEKS 5.3e, and we will solve it in 5 minutes or less. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a snail that moves at a pretty slow speed, obviously 0.03 or 3 hundredths meters per minute. How far does that snail travel in 4.5 minutes? All right, so we have a rate here per minute. And so this is going to give us our clue that we are dealing with equal groups because that per lets us know it's the same amount in each group. And anytime we see a statement that says per each or the same number in each group, we should be thinking this might be an equal groups problem. It is if we can find at least two of the other three components. We need the number of groups, the number in each group, and or the total. So per minute lets us know that our groups are going to be minutes. And we have 4.5 minutes being given. So then this is going to be our number of groups. We're going to pretend like each of these minutes is a group. And then how far is each group or how many is in each group? Well, each minute is a group. And it looks like each minute per minute you get 0.03 or 3 hundredths of a meter away. So that is going to be number in each group. And, we could have labeled this as 3 centimeters because 0.03 meters is the same as 3 centimeters, but then it wouldn't be a decimal multiplication problem, which kind of raises the challenge there. So we're looking for the total because they give us the number in each group and the number of groups. How far does the snail travel? Well, this is asking for the total. And so when we have an equal group problem, that means we're dealing with multiplication or division. If they give you the total and you're looking for the number in each group or the number of groups, you're dividing. In this case, they gave us the number in each group, the number of groups, and we're looking for the total. That means we're going to multiply. So let's draw a strip diagram. So how many groups do I have? I've got 4.5. So watch how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to draw my 4 like this. That's my whole number. And I'm going to say 3 hundredths or 0.03. You can write it as a decimal. If you really want to, you can mix it up. You can write it as fraction. Same thing, right? But we also have that 0.5. So I'm just going to draw like half of a group right here. And that's just going to visually represent that I don't have the full 3 hundredths of a meter. Instead, what I have is 0.5 because there's my 1, 2, 3, 4, right? There's my 4, and there's my 0.5 of 0.03. So that's my visual representation. I've got my 4.5 right there. Now, if I wanted to, I could add 3 hundredths plus 3 hundredths plus 3 hundredths plus 3 hundredths. That will give me 12 hundredths. I still got to figure out what half of that 3 hundredths is going to be if I wanted to do the repeated addition. But probably let's go ahead and multiply because this is an equal group problem. I'm looking for my total, knowing that that last group is not a full group. It's half of 3 hundredths. So what we do is we just set this up like it's going to be a regular multiplication problem. Now I'm going to go ahead and write out 4.5 times 0.03. But when we multiply decimals, you ignore the decimals. You don't line it up. Notice they're not lined up. That's fine. So we would end up just treating this like 45 times 3. Ignore all the decimals. The 2 zeros in the front go away. It ends up becoming 15. 12, that's 13. Right? So that's what this would be. 135. Now we bring the decimals back in. 1, 2, 3 digits behind the decimal in our factors. Count them both together. So 1, 2, 3 digits behind the decimal in our product. So there we go. Our answer is 135 thousandths. See,